Mindset. The mind is a very peculiar tool. Sometimes we find that a simple thought can change the way we look at the world in an instant. The psychology of mindset is the very essence that empowers our daily actions, thoughts, and ideology in life, whether we choose to believe it or not. From simple things like learning a new skill to doing seemingly unimportant activities such as your homework from school, the position of our mindsets affects the very enthusiasm that we bring in on our daily lives. We may think the kid next to us back in high school that never fails to give up on a math problem is just trying too hard, or that we're smart enough to not need to attempt yesterday's calculus homework. But these polarized school of thoughts are the exact differences between the mindsets of a successful individual and one that is mediocre at best. Carol S. Dweck, professor of psychology at Stanford University, understood that individuals could be separated according to their implicit views of their capabilities. With her knowledge, she subsequently divided individuals into two separate groups, mainly those with a growth mindset and those with a fixed mindset. Ones with a fixed mindset often believe that their abilities are mostly innate and believe that failure results from a lack of abilities that were given to them from birth. On the other hand, one with a growth mindset believed that abilities could be acquired as long as one invests their time and effort into honing their skills. While the general consensus that exists among the scientific community is that elements of our personality, such as sensitivity to mistakes and setbacks, may incline us towards a particular mindset, the malleability of our brains is not to be underestimated. Through constant interactions with others that may share a different mindset, we are able to develop and reshape our belief system over time. Here are some of the specific traits of one of the two mindsets that exists. A fixed mindset believes that basic abilities such as intelligence, talents, and aptitudes are fixed traits. However, a growth mindset believes that talents and abilities can be developed through proper effort and coaching. From these traits arises within a person with a fixed mindset the desire to look smart and therefore a tendency to try and avoid challenges, give up easily in the face of obstacles, and see efforts as a fruitless attempt in trying. Moreover, constructive criticism is often ignored, and he or she would feel threatened by the success of others. Consequently, these causes them to underperform and plateau early in their life. On the other hand, one that possesses a growth mindset has a desire to learn and thus embrace challenges with open arms and persist in the face of setbacks. Furthermore, effort is often seen as a path to mastery, and he or she would learn from constructive criticism at every opportunity. With the success of others, one finds lessons and inspirations that would later on elevate him to higher positions in life. It is also with these traits that one is able to find a greater sense of free will in life. Now, you may think that these mindsets would not hugely affect your daily life, especially since you're doing fine thus far in life. But think back to the last time you were so hugely inspired by a speaker or a person that seemingly exuded an aura of positivity so strong, it seemed only befitting of one with their success. That, my friends, is the power that a mindset can present to both you and the people around you should you actively carry the mentality that a growth mindset presents. Let us delve into some examples of one that possesses either a growth or a fixed mindset. Remember the day you first learned how to ride a bicycle, play a new instrument, or even learn a new sport? It must not have been easy. With the various injuries you may have sustained along the way, together with the constant defeat that you may have felt when you didn't manage to accomplish the goals you've set out for yourself. However, many kids have a strong growth mindset when it comes to learning new things, especially when you're young. The pain doesn't daunt you. It merely ignites the fire of passion in your heart, making you ever so determined to master the skill. Another example of a growth mindset is the desire to learn something new, despite the outwardly appearance that it may be too challenging. I personally remember back in the days when math seemed like a challenging subject to tackle in class. Yet, I had the strangest desire to try the new questions despite them appearing to be more difficult than the last, largely attributed to the growth mindset that I've yet to comprehend at such a tender age. My curiosity was insatiable, and I yearned to understand every aspect of a particular mathematics question. Of course, with experience and age comes the ugly nature of one's ego. That is very well one of the few factors that results in the fixed mindset that may develop, especially in the brightest of kids. Avoidance of challenges, and in turn, sacrificing one's opportunity to learn are one of the key examples of possessing a fixed mindset. Many, including myself, have been guilty of this particular behaviorism. It may start off seemingly harmless as you think to yourself, I'm probably smart enough to tackle that challenge, but it may soon progress into some serious negativity towards yourself and others when you view others' efforts as an indication of their subpar intelligence. With that being said, what are some of the ways which we can implement a growth mindset in our daily life? Without a doubt, it is extremely challenging, if not impossible, to change our beliefs and outlook in life within a day from watching a video. But the key to remember here is that change, however subtle, will ultimately affect our mindset whether we believe it or not. I personally believe that mindsets change as we are at different points of our journey in life, and that we never really forget about our previous mindsets that we may have held on so strongly to in the past. Here are some tips on how we can actively remind ourselves to approach the challenges and setbacks that we may face with a growth mindset. 1. Learn to recognize when you're presenting a fixed mindset voice. The number one step to actually putting a stop to your fixed mindset is recognizing when you're actually displaying traits of it. This came most intuitively to me as I tended to have the desire to look smart in front of the people around me, to feed my ego, and in the process may have avoided challenges and perhaps some useful criticisms. Stop yourself once you realize this fact and think to yourself, is this the best possible choice for me to improve on my own abilities? Recognize that you have a choice to change it. Of course, with every course of action comes a decision on whether to move forward on it or not. You need to start realizing that you have the ability to change regardless of the situation. The only person getting in your way of your response to a situation is yourself. So make the right choice. 2. Learning a new skill. The growth mindset is, after all about growing and expanding your knowledge about the world we live in. What better way to develop your mindset than learn a new skill every day? You don't have to go all out and pick up an instrument or a new sport. Learning can come in many different forms, including reading a book on personal development or even attending a conference to your liking. Make every day a new opportunity to learn, and you'll find yourself adopting a growth mindset soon enough. 3. Value the process over the end result. If we really think about it, we find that with any task we embark on, we would spend 99% of our time trying to accomplish the task and only 1% to admire our achievements. Take, for example, the writing of this very script. I may have taken 6 hours to complete this, yet only 5 minutes was required to read through it and perfect it. Now, if I only enjoyed the satisfaction from completing the script and not savoring the process, then misery and mediocrity would ensue. This is why enjoying the process as much as achieving your goals is the key to growing and learning with every passing day. Living your life with a deterministic view of the world is, quite frankly speaking, depressing. Why confine yourself to a fate where your true potentials will never fully be fulfilled? Change your mindset to one of constant growth and improvement today, and be ready to reach greater heights throughout your journey in life. Remember, your attitude in life determines your altitude, not the other way around. If you have any questions about areas of life where you're struggling or want to make improvements, please tell me in the comments below or write to me at Facebook or Twitter, and I'll make a video about how best to approach it.